What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. So pretty much we're gonna start this video off. We finally got one of the last packages that we needed to actually get the full shifter setup put on. So as you guys know, we got some hybrid racing shifter, base plate, and all I was really waiting for was the cables. So we also got this piece here from MDP, so this is going to help too. So we're gonna have to get this installed also. So pretty much the package came in last night. I already opened it because I didn't know what was in the box, but yeah, we do have the cables once and for all from hybrid racing. So it is a go now, so we can get these 100% installed, and we can get also this plate installed also. I also managed today actually received the final package from Ace Race, and this is what I was waiting for, guys. So what I was waiting for was this tight 90 degree. Waiting for that for the dump tube. Also these other radius that I was in need of. I needed this. I also needed this other section here to create another shorter version, and also two. So there's two of these that I was waiting for. So these four pieces that I was waiting for, because the dump tube sits too close into that fitting to where it doesn't allow it to sit inside. And as far as these, this will at least let me move the bend over to be able to kind of give it an S shape, so that we have a nice flowing radius around the exhaust manifold. Because after speaking with Dana, he's the one that recommended this to me. So basically I'm going to be taking his word of his advice and basically trying to snake it downwards so we can get a good fitment. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what we get into today. I don't think we're going to be getting into this today. I think what we're going to do is install the shifter cables, the shifter plate, the base plate on this, and also the other base plate. Alright guys, so pretty much as you guys seen in the last video, I believe we ended up installing this center console just for temporarily. So this basically just pops out pretty easy. There is, I think, one screw in there still. I'm not exactly 100% sure. No, it's actually not. So this screw, it should pop off fairly easy, but I'm having a little bit of trouble now. I don't know why, but yeah. There we go. So comes out. Next, we're gonna have to actually remove this. I'm not sure if we gotta have to cut this. I have to check that out. But this is the base plate, which actually sits over it, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it sits like this. So, all right, guys. So pretty much, you're gonna have to remove this bracket here, I believe. I'm taking it out now just so that I can make sure that the bracket or this base plate is gonna fit correctly, because you have to put these two bolts through it and align it correctly. So this is pretty much gonna sit here, and the two shortest ones are the one that go there, if I'm not mistaken. So both bolts go there, and then we are gonna have to drill we have to drill two holes over here. So pretty much what I'm gonna end up doing, guys, is kind of doing this a little bit, kind of like you can say half-assed. I'm not gonna drill the two holes here because right now this is actually pretty solid. So I will drill them. I will get that taken care of when the final install is done, because everything is going to be coming back out. So from here, basically, the plate shifter will go on. And then we're still going to have to modify the center console to fit on it, because that's going to be another issue right now. Getting all that to pretty much work over this because of the way this center console works. And I'll show you guys right now what we're kind of talking about. So pretty much I want to make this shifter as clean as looking as possible in here in this center console. So this is center console. If we were to put this back in here now, it fits over the bracket and everything, just barely. So what I have to do now is I'm gonna have to modify it when I put this shifter inside of it. And I don't know to the extreme of how much I'm gonna have to modify or where I'm gonna have to modify, because I really want to run this cover here, but I'm afraid it's not going to be able to work. It is also a hybrid racing cover. It's mainly made for a B series or a D series. So let me go ahead and try to figure something out. And if I can figure something out, then we'll go ahead and show you guys how we are going to modify this to work. Alright guys, so what I ended up having to do, unfortunately, was actually remove this whole section from underneath. And where it looks like it's going to hit is I'm actually going to end up losing all of the cup holders. Unfortunately, it sucks, but it is what it is. And also, I am going to have to chop it here to be able to get this cable through here. I didn't really want to do that in honesty, but it is what it is. I have to get this to fit, and this is where I'm at right now. So unfortunately, we are going to be chopping this section off here. I'll probably just cut it all the way straight through, so that way it will sit, because it is sitting on top of here now. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is, and we got to make that cut, guys. Alright guys, so pretty much we ran into one issue, and that issue is the AC system. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to either delete the rear vents that go on the bottom of the seat to the passengers in the back, which I really don't care about, and then I'll go ahead and cap it off up here when it comes down to it, because either way we're still gonna have venting here. This is just to help flow the air to the back. So what I'm gonna end up doing, guys, is honestly removing this whole piece. I'm just gonna cut it here for now. That way I can get rid of it, and now it's an easier pull out. So I'm gonna kind of guinea rig it right now, because I'm not worried about the back seats having AC, as we will have the vents on top facing that way either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and just chop it there and call it a day, guys, because I don't want to struggle with it, removing the whole carpet to get that other plate put onto its location. All right guys, so pretty much I'm gonna end up taking this apart so that we can use the backing as a guide, this part, so we can mark it right there to see where we're gonna go. I kind of have the cables just ran kind of like in the angle that it's going to be going, and I kind of just guessing where it's going to run. So I'm just really just trying to get an idea of how to route them and where I need to drill. So let me go ahead and remove all this stuff, all these screws, so we can take off the top plate of this plate kit. Alright guys, so I kind of ran into an issue. I had to stop real quick. I got a boo-boo, cut myself with the goddamn piece of metal that was hanging on the bottom of the car. I didn't realize it, so I ended up messing myself up. Thank God I was wearing for protection, because the blade ended up shattering, and that's what ended up catching my finger. But I'm gonna go ahead and just finish it up, try to get it drilled out, get the holes pretty much made, and then get that plate installed, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys after what it looks like. So basically what I ended up doing was, where this hole is at here, let me go ahead and pull this out. So technically I should have cut where this existing hole is at. There was a plug there, and basically I should have cut backwards, but I didn't. I ended up cutting too forward, so basically it wasn't giving I'm pretty sure it's not giving the cables enough angle. So now that we have the MDP, now we can put that into its location, and basically it'll all fit perfectly fine now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the cables on it, and then see how it all pretty much works out. And if everything aligns, then we are going to drill the holes to mount these this bracket on. All right guys, so pretty much everything is ran right now. There goes the MDP. It's mounted in right now, and pretty much I just mocked it all up. I'm still waiting for meet up with Brandon so I can get these clips right here. Those are the ones that I'm missing, but everything pretty much. So next goal is I'm gonna put everything back together now, and then go ahead and see if we can trim the center console to fit it. I'm actually
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself.
Alright guys, as you guys just finished seeing, I ended up trimming the center console to fit, and it looks like it's gonna fit perfectly fine. I just need to adjust some things. There is a small gap here, but pretty much everything is where it's supposed to be at. This is where it was originally at. So I probably just need to go forward a tad little bit, and I'm probably gonna end up having to chop a little bit more here so that way it clears this bracket. But other than that, pretty much everything is done. MDP shifter cable plate is installed along with the Hybrid Racing base plate, V3 shifter box, and also guys the cables, the race cables that we got. So let me go ahead and clean up real quick, and then we got one more thing to do to finish up that center console piece along with the shifter, and now we can put the icing on the cake.
No, it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do.
So last thing again is just install this Hybrid Racing shift knob. Well guys, now we can actually sit in the car and actually get a feel for what the shifter feels like, and I gotta say, it feels absolutely amazing. I don't have to really search for the gears. Everything lines up in place, and that is also without the clips that are actually holding the cables on to the shifter itself. We are still missing the clips here, and it just feels absolutely amazing with no effort at all. All the gears are there, and honestly, I'm so stoked to be able to put this car on the track, or even just drive it on the street, and possibly even Mexico one day, for some testing tunes, you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens in the future, guys. Hopefully we can make some good power, but that will be later on in the future once we get the car up and running and get everything fully dialed in and get it tuned. I'm also supposed to be meeting up with Brandon. We have shit up, as I've stated. I did buy a standalone ECU from him, so we are actually going to be going with an AM ECU setup for the EK sedan. So let me go ahead and show you guys what else we ended up picking up for the EK. Once again, I'm kind of really iffy about keeping them or just selling them, in all honesty. But let me go ahead and show you guys, and let me hear you guys' opinions of what you guys think. We ended up picking up some Mag Blue TE37s, guys. Unfortunately, these are not the OGs. These are the SL versions. I thought these wheels are actually going to go very good with the car, it being white. But unfortunately, I'm not digging the way they look. Even though they're an immaculate wheel, I love the styling of them, and yeah, a lot of people may say they're played out wheels. This was a wheel that I've always wanted, especially in mag blue. I used to have it in a bronze on my K-Series wagon, and I loved the way it looked, especially on the wagon. But I'm not digging it the way it looks on my car, and maybe it's because of the tire size. As these are a 225/45, and those right there are a 225/50. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do with these wheels, whether we keep them or if we're gonna go ahead and get rid of them. We'll see what the future has. I really just wanted this wheel as a kind of more of a daily wheel, as when we rock it around here in the streets and we drive the car around, as I really didn't want to put a lot of use into the Mugen M7s, and I wanted to keep those more of a show purpose wheel. Alright guys, as you guys just finished seeing, we finally installed the full hybrid racing shifter setup. Cables, shifter, and the base plate. Huge shout out to David and the hybrid racing team for just jumping on board and giving me the opportunity to be able to work with you guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Communication with you guys, especially with David, is 100% A1, and I have no complaints. And hopefully here in the future, guys, we can work with you guys some more and do some more builds, even other homie builds. But again, let's see what we can make happen, and we'll continue making progress on this car. But pretty much with that being said, guys, this is where we're gonna end the video. Hopefully you guys are stoked to what's gonna come in the next couple of videos, as we pretty much got a bunch of packages in to be able to start the full fabrication of the dump tube and the downpipe. And also, as you guys seen, we have the S1 kit already. So now it's pretty much just grind mode. Now that I finished school is out of the way for welding, and now I'm done with it, so we can actually continue to grind from morning to night, hopefully with this car, and that way we can make a lot more progress, because we only have a little bit more to go, at least to be able to get the car running. I'm also going to be meeting up with Brandon, I think I've already mentioned that in the video, to pick up my standalone ECU setup that I purchased from him. So that's something else that we have already. So ECU is already out of the way. Now it's pretty much just grinding to get this whole engine bay and get everything pretty much finalized, so that we can actually get this car started up, and then from there we can get it tuned, or possibly just go ahead and start the conversion to the all-wheel drive setup. There's still a few more things that I need to order, such as the fuel cell. We are going to be going with the good fuel cell for this car, and pretty much we still need the drive shaft. But after that, guys, we are ready to rock and roll and make some power. So with that being said, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time. And again, please like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys look forward to in the future with the build.